Thanks for tuning in to another edition of Mommy Minute. Today's topic is affection. My girls are super affectionate with one another, but I realized I grew up in a not so affectionate household. So how are you with your children? Are you affectionate, and do you allow them to see you be affectionate with your spouse or mate in front of them?
I am extremely affectionate, and they do see me and my significant other be affectionate with each other as well, and I think it's important. I think my children are supposed to see what a healthy relationship looks like.
Okay, well, my mom and I are very extremely close, but we don't touch each other. So if she hugs me, I'm like, who died? Like, what happened? So with my son, I hug him a lot. You know, I hug my husband around him.
I love other cultures where they kiss their children in their mouth even as adults, you know what I mean? Or they do the triple kiss. Like, for me, it's such a sign of endearment. It's not really popular here, especially in our culture, and I realized that with my parents too. Like, I knew they loved me, but it wasn't like sit, cuddle, touchy-feely type things. And for me, I feel like that's where you learn what's a safe touch, is with your family.
My parents were not affectionate, touchy-feely towards me, but I did see them be affectionate towards each other. So I'm very aware of that with my girls. I'm not as affectionate with them as I would like to be, touchy-feely, but we're getting there. They do observe me and my husband hugging or kissing and things like that.
Do you like really kiss in front of them, like tongue kiss?
No.
You think it's inappropriate?
Yes.
I'm asking. I don't say that we did.
If you walk in on me doing that,
that's
okay,
one thing. Yeah.
Because I want them to know that there are intimate touches, like that are special, that are grown-up adult touches. But then there's also platonic, like everybody gets it. Everybody gets a hug. Everybody gets a kiss. You know, but all that. You know what I mean? But they walk in on us, and
I asked because I don't think I've ever seen my parents share an intimate kiss. You know what I mean? And when we decided to do this topic, I was talking to Justin. I was like, would you tongue kiss in front of the girls? And he was like, no. And I was like, but I want them to know that you intimately, passionately love me. Now, I think it is a little awkward, right?
I'm not going to intentionally be like, come here.
Watch this. Excuse me, Daddy. Now let me get y'all some cereal.
And Daddy,
you can have some milk.
I think that is great. I think it's so good for kids to see that. I think it's too much of that negative interaction. You know, I see so many parents that are fine with arguing, and being irritated with each other, you know, bickering in front of their children, but all of a sudden it's taboo to show each other love and be affectionate. My boyfriend would pat me on my butt or something like that, you know, if I'm in there cooking, you know, and the girls will see it and they're like, oh, look at that, you know, and it's normal, it's natural. They know that he genuinely cares about me. Oh, Mommy really loves him.
I think it's okay for kids to see parents argue or debate, to witness them to be able to make up.
I do not.
Have a disagreement.
I do not.
I mean, it's
but you know why I think it's okay? Because that's life and that's reality, and they need to see that we stand the test of time. When we're upset with each other, we don't mistreat each other. We don't leave the house. We stay and we figure it out.
If I know somebody that said that they never witnessed their parents argue. Ever.
That's not healthy. That's not reality.
So when they got married, when this person married, it was a shock to them when they actually had a disagreement. They thought that, oh, okay, it's over.
No, I saw my parents argue all the time. From her first marriage to her second marriage, and it was horrible. I hated the way it made me feel. It made me feel insecure. I didn't like that. So now I'm so self-conscious about us arguing in front of them. Now, debate, we can have a debate, and if we're talking normally and things like that. But if it gets to a point, which it naturally will get to that point where it's emotional, I will not do it in front of the kids.
I think, you know, when I was growing up, we grew up very dysfunctional. You know, I didn't see them love or anything. No, I did see them fight all the time. All the time. So when my mom got married to my stepfather, was fearful. So when this man comes in and didn't know who I was.
Was he affectionate towards you?
No, he was not affectionate towards me.
Would that have changed it? If he was affectionate toward you and also demanding of you, would
you
it
know
have
what?
changed it?
He at the beginning he was a little affectionate towards me, but because I didn't like him anyway. No. And as far as affection was concerned, I did not know what affection was at all until I became an adult. I didn't know.
Because you hadn't seen it.
Because I hadn't seen it.
I think when you argue in front of your kids, you put them in the middle of whatever your issue is.
Yeah.
And if you're going to argue in front of them, then you need to make up in front of them. You
Yeah.
know, if you're going to make them privy to your disagreement,
absolutely
you make them privy to how you work it out and you resolve it. Because without that, they're left wondering.
What's
okay,
happening?
I seen them arguing. What's going on?
I think it has to be balanced, though. I think you can't let children go through the world thinking you're not going to have a disagreement with somebody, and you need to, like you said, have tools to work that out. So here's this week's challenge out there for you guys. My challenge to you is to love your children uninhibited this week. Kiss them every day and look them in the eyes and tell them that you love them. That's the challenge for Mommy Uncensored Mommy Minutes for this week. Thanks so much and tune in next time.
Don't touch like that.